How's it going, guys? Coach Dan here with Black Diamond Mixed Martial Arts once again at blackdiamondmma.com. Today I'm going to go over one of our basic curriculum Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu techniques called the rear naked choke. So I'm going to be here with Brendan. I'm behind him. He's sitting. Now normally if I was setting up a real back mount, I'd have my hooks in, right? I'd probably want to tilt them off to the side to work my choke. Here I'm just going to focus on the dynamic of the choke itself. So I'm here behind Brendan. A lot of guys, when they initially learn this move, maybe they see it on WWF or they watch a UFC fight, they assume that kind of if you can get your arm somewhere underneath the guy's neck, you grab your bicep, put your hand on his head, and squeeze hard enough and make a lot of grimacy faces, you might be able to tap somebody out. Now if I'm here and I start squeezing Brendan's head, I might kind of hurt his jaw a little bit, and it might be annoying, and it might maybe hurt enough for him to tap if I'm a real strong guy, but I don't want to really have to count on being strong, and I also don't want to count on having to, crack people's molars by grimacing and grinding into their face there. I want to set up a good technical choke that I could hypothetically hit on anybody, from someone smaller than myself to 250-pound big strong fella. So if I'm here with Brendan, I'm going to look to take my left hand and slide it underneath his neck, whichever side I'm on. So if my head is on this side, I'm in my back mount, I'm going to take my choking side arm, the one that's over his shoulder, I'm going to slide it nice and close to his neck, and I'm going to get it almost like saran wrap tight. So I get my bicep nice and snug up to his neck, and I fold my arm back. This is already going to be snug on Brendan. So I punch across, and I fold back. I grab the back side of his shoulder here. Now, instead of bringing my arm forward, grabbing my bicep, now he's going to count it. I'm not going to get it. So instead of doing that, as I come here, I make my grip. I'm going to put my right hand on top of my left, shoot my right hand across behind his neck. At which point, this arm is knuckles towards the skull, not palm, not pushing. My knuckles are just chopping in, my head's dropping down. The mechanism is not going to be this. This is not how I'm finishing a rear naked choke. It's not pure tricep power. It's not really that effective. What I'm going to look to do from here, when I'm like this, is I'm going to drive my head in so I'm nice and tight. Now this will also, if I'm in a self-defense situation, this will keep him from headbutting me if I keep my head nice and tight. But for jiu-jitsu's sake, it makes everything a little snugger when I push his jaw forward, or push his head forward into the choke. So I push his head forward with my head, I squeeze my biceps, and I'm going to roll backwards with my lats. I'm going to get this kind of pulling in motion. One, we're here, hand goes through, head drives. Now I flex my biceps, I pull in, and I make for my submission. So that's one of the key curriculum techniques we have in our Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu program. If you guys want to see more of our basic curriculum, get some sneak peek stuff on some of our classes, check out blackdiamondmma.com for some of that free video stuff.